Welcome back. So we talked about building a lab environment, and we talked about building a lab environment based on physical hardware that you have at home or at work. But sometimes using the cloud could be a better choice, or cheaper, or better in other ways. But yes, you can do that. In this case, I'm going to talk about doing things in Azure. So you can, of course, in Azure create virtual machines, and you can use them. Now, the only thing you should remember is that you need an account, which is pretty easy to get. Usually you pay with a credit card, or you get your employer to help you get this, and then you just use their account to build machines. In this case, I have my own personal Visual Studio Premium subscription. Give it a name, define the region. I don't really need to have any high availability. I do need performance, but it's going to be fine to run something like, like this, 8 gigs of RAM. That's going to be enough to run a file server, a print server. And the really good thing here is that once I'm done with it, I can just turn it off or throw it away or just deallocate it, and then it doesn't cost any money. So if I give it a username here, it's going to be Super Mike. And password is, of course, no, I can't use that, but I can use this one. That. I do need to have RDP 3389 open when I connect to the machine. As soon as I have connected to the machine, I should modify the firewall rule behind this. I can either do it right now or I can do it later on, but it is possible to set up a firewall rule that says, well, the only one that connects to this port is from my public IP address, if I have one, which I usually do. Premium SSD, sure. Networking. Well, needs networking, doesn't need anything advanced, so this is going to be fine. I do like to have the boot diagnostics, but that's not important. Time zone, etc., etc. I have the ability to do auto shutdown. You shouldn't need to, but if you're like me, don't you forget, then machine's going to be turned off, which is nice. But in this case, I'm going to turn this off. Don't need to have that. Don't need to have anything about that. That should be enough. And then you create it. Takes a couple of minutes, then you can log on and do the same thing. Continue using PowerShells to configure it. You can also, of course, build the VMs using Windows Admin Center or PowerShell or Azure CLI or anything like that, but that's another story. So you can either use on-prem, on your own laptop, and build VMs on that one, or you use Azure and build VMs there. If you want to connect them, you can build hybrid. That's fine too. It's something that usually costs money because you need to have the tunnel up and running, but you can always turn it off while you're not using it, so that's fine too. So building a VM in Azure is pretty easy, and it's a good place to have as a lab environment. You still need to do other things. And in the next episode, we're going to look on how to build a larger environment using PowerShell and fully automated scripts. But that's for next time. This is the Truesec Reactor, and my name is Mikael Nyström. Have a great day.